Accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Thursday, or happy Friday Eve, like we like to call it around here. The only flood alert that we have left across the Beehive State is a river flood warning for the Santa Clara River. Now, just 10 minutes ago, we were talking about a river flood warning for the Virgin River at Bloomington. That has since been canceled from the National Weather Service. But the Santa Clara River is still at flood stage, moderate flood stage, but it was major flood stage earlier today. So that the level for the Santa Clara River continues to fall, but you still want to avoid the riverbank, and that water is still flowing downstream in a very fast way. So again, avoid the riverbank as the river is still in flood stage, but will drop below flood stage likely by this evening when the warning expires. On the storm tracker radar, all is nice and calm. We'll get some calm conditions for today, and we deserve it after the last couple. But with all the moisture, we continue to chip away at our drought situation. Only 1% of the state left in extreme drought. 3% of the state is in no drought category, which is definitely good news, while severe drought, level 4 out of 5, or level 3 out of 5, I should say, is less than 40% at this point. But the thing to note with the drought monitor, this does not include our most recent storm system Tuesday into Wednesday. That will be reflected in next week's update, so we'll likely make even more progress when it comes to that. And our Utah snowpack, it's doing great. We're sitting at 178% of normal across the entire state, which is in fact for today is a record, making it 2 days in a row where we've broken the Utah snowpack record. And when it comes to the snow water equivalent, how much water is stored in our mountain, roughly 2 feet, 23.9. So if you were to melt all that snow down, how much water are you left with? 23.9 inches. So we got a lot of water stored in our mountains. We just need to make sure that we have a gradual warm up, so that way we don't increase the flooding risk as we get into the warmer months. But here's the view currently from Deer Valley, and you can definitely tell we have a beautiful snowpack. It's snow as far as the eye can see, looking down towards Jordanelle Reservoir and over towards the Uintas, and Deer Valley breaking their all-time snow record. They're sitting at 485 inches for the season so far, and they are extending their season. Meanwhile, Zion National Park, a lot calmer compared to yesterday where it was just nonstop rain. You can definitely tell that the ground is still soggy, and I would probably advise staying away from the slot canyons at least for today, but there will be better weather in store as we go throughout our Friday and into our Saturday. As for Logan, the temperature sitting at 29 degrees, that cold front keeping our temperatures on the cool side for today. Still 16 degrees in Park City, 40 degrees in Salt Lake, 37 in Provo, 47 in St. George, but with the sunshine, it really doesn't feel all that bad. So get outside and enjoy today if you can. Generally low to mid 40s along the Wasatch Front, low to mid 30s in both the Wasatch Back and up towards Cache Valley and the Uinta Basin for that matter. 39 degrees for a daytime high in Cedar City, 57 in St. George, 54 in Bluff, 49 degrees in Moab. And you can see that icon right there. For the most part, it looks like the chance for wet weather has quickly come to an end in the southeastern portion of the state. Tomorrow, it's St. Patrick's Day. We're not going to find any rainbows. We're not going to find any gold, but it will be very cold in the morning as we'll be starting off in the upper 20s in Salt Lake. Once again, temperatures eventually climbing back into the low mid 40s, similar to what we saw today, but by the evening hours, it's going to be chilly once again. So if you plan on going out to celebrate, you're probably going to want at least a sweater, but probably that jacket. Now let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. The reason why our weather's calming down, a nice dome of high pressure will be sitting on top of us as we go from tomorrow into early on Saturday. But the high pressure won't be sticking around. It'll be moving away to the east by the end of the weekend. Cloud coverage will start to increase. I think we stay mostly dry on our Sunday, but there will be a weak disturbance that moves in between Sunday into Monday, bringing us a chance for shower activity across the Beehive State. But if you look on Monday, there's a bigger system that's looming, and as we go from Tuesday into Wednesday, this system likely moves its way in our direction, and it could tap into the atmospheric river once again. We could be talking about higher potential for wet weather and another dose of healthy moisture across the state. So we'll continue to keep track of that as we go throughout the next few days. But at least we get calm conditions over the next few days, where in St. George it's mid to upper 50s for today, near 60 degrees Friday, Saturday into Sunday. Overnight lows will gradually moderate. We should be in the 40s by the time we get into early next week, but as we go from Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, that chance for wet weather will be increasing along with our winds. Then along the Wasatch Front, breezy conditions out of the northwest today. Dry for our St. Patrick's Day, daytime highs in the upper 40s and low 50s over the weekend, staying mostly dry with more cloud coverage on Sunday, then bringing in that chance of rain on Monday as the spring season officially begins. Then even more wet weather as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday as temperatures start to trend back downwards. Brian, Jillian.